Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Last week I reached out on my Twitter and said, give me some topics. I need some topics for videos. Some of you got in touch and George was one of them. And I've decided to steal his idea today. George says, thoughts on being in the Europa Conference League if we end up finishing 8th. So now, we all know there's a new European football tournament next season. It's starting next year, but do you know the format? Do you know how to qualify? I'll be honest, I didn't until this morning. So I went and had a little look to see what's going on really, because there is a possibility West Ham will be entered into this tournament. Going by how well we're doing in the league, fingers crossed we get European football. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about it and my thoughts on it really, because not everybody's keen on it, and I can understand why when you start to dig into it a little bit. But before I get into that, just want to say a massive thank you, because this video is sponsored by Final Runner. There it is, Final Runner. There it is. Basically, it's Last Man Standing. I call it Last Man Standing. You've probably played it with your mates before. You pay a little entry fee. In this case, it's £5 for this week. You pay your £5 and you enter in. You look at the Premier League fixtures, you pick your team. If your team wins, you go into the next round. If your team draws or loses, you're out the competition. Gone. Kaput. You can only use each team once though, so play it wisely. Don't be going for your big shot straight away. You've got to look at the fixtures in the head. It's a strategy game. It's a game of strategy and a game of luck. The Premier League requires a lot of luck. This is a gambling game though, so please gamble responsibly. Over 18s only. We're entered. I've entered for Hammers Chat. Nikki's entered for West Ham Fan TV. So thanks to Final Runner for sponsoring both the channels. You can get involved if you want. Like I said, £5 entry fee. The more people that enter, the bigger the kitty. If you want to know what the kitty stands at, check the link below and they'll tell you exactly how much is to be won currently. The deadline is Saturday midday, with the first game being entered in is when Southampton take on Chelsea. There is another competition next week, which is £10 to enter. Completely the same concept. And if you enter both competitions, this one and the one next week, Final Runner will get in touch with you and allow you to enter a further competition down the line for completely free. Anyway, as I said, please gamble responsibly and see if you can beat myself and Nikki in it. Hopefully win some dollars, hopefully win a few pennies, a little bit of spending money. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I'm trying to win it. So yeah, get involved, links in the description. A massive thank you to Final Runner for sponsoring the channel, because we need all the help we can get. I'll be honest, we need all the help we can get, so massive thanks. Right, so on to the topic of this video. Europa League Conference, what is it? How do you qualify? Can West Ham qualify? Do we want West Ham to qualify, or will it just be a hindrance? What's the reward? I've done the research. So I had a little look. 32 teams will get entered into this one, 8 groups of 4. And then you just go into your knockout stages, so on and so forth. But nobody, this is interesting, nobody qualifies for the group stage directly. Do you know, like, the winner of the Premier League goes straight into the group stages of the Champions League, and then 4th has to go and qualify for the Champions League? No. Everybody has to qualify for this. So you basically qualify for the qualifiers. And then there's like, the qualifiers are in July, into the group stages. So how does England qualify? That's the big question. There's only one spot. The top 5 European leagues only have one spot each. So England, France, Italy, Germany, Spain, one team. And then the lower down you go in the UEFA coefficients, the more spaces they've got. Because the whole point of this competition is to allow, you know, the lesser countries in terms of European football pedigree, the opportunity to play European football. So, you know, Poland, Bulgaria, they've all got 3 allocations for their clubs as well. So England only have 1, and currently it's the winner of the League Cup. So to qualify for Europa League Conference, you need to win the League Cup. However, Manchester City take on Spurs in the final. As it stands, if Man City win, obviously they're going to qualify so that it goes to the league. And if Spurs win the League Cup, they will they'll get entered into this, actually. Because where they are in the league right now, they're not getting European football. And it's looking like they're going to struggle to qualify for European football through the league. So they might actually need to win the League Cup to get the Europa League Conference. That'd be bad for them, wouldn't it? It's all like subjective, isn't it? And it'd be bad for Tottenham being in this competition. But I like it for West Ham. I'll get on to why. So basically, as it stands, the top 4 in England go to Champions League, and the 5th gets Europa League. That's it. However, if Man City win the League Cup, 6th base gets Europa League Conference. There's one other spot, which is for the FA Cup, and they go into the Europa League as well. But again, if someone wins that's already qualified for European football through the league, an extra league spot gets into Europa League. So basically, for West Ham fans, us lot, we need Man City to win the League Cup. And then we need Man United, Leicester, Man City or Chelsea to win the FA Cup. And then that would mean that 5th and 6th go to the Europa League, and then 7th goes to the Europa League Conference. And I think there's a big possibility that West Ham may just finish 7th. Might finish above 7th, but I do think 7th is a very realistic ambition for us to finish for the end of the season. So how does it work? Well, like I said, everybody goes into the playoffs. The English team goes into the last round of the playoffs. So we basically have a playoff final, and then we're into the group stages. There's 4 playoff rounds, but the further down you go, the coefficients, the earlier the round you start in. So we'd have a playoff with one team, and then we're into the group stages. The winner of the group goes through into the last 16. Second place of the group will play someone that finished 3rd in the group of the Europa League. And that's where it gets a little bit funny with me, because I don't really like the Champions League. You know, teams that finish 3rd in Champions League group stages drop into Europa League, and now they're doing it so that the 3rd in the Europa League drop into this. And I don't like that. I think once you're out, you're out. You know, you've been better off having your 8 groups of 4. The winners go through, and then bang, you're straight into the final 8. You're straight into the quarterfinals. But the Europa League people come down, you then play them and go on. So the winner obviously get your trophy. The winner gets a spot in the Europa League for the following season. Just like if you win the Europa League, you get a spot in the Champions League. Well, now you win the Europa League Conference, you get a spot in the Europa League for the following season. So do we want West Ham in this competition, or will it be a hindrance? You know, Gonz's always been clear on here, he's not keen on Europa League as it is. So will he be keen on Europa League Conference? I'm not so sure, because some of the teams you're going to come up against, you've probably never heard of. I wouldn't have heard of them. We'll probably have heard of the Italian team, the German team, a couple of Dutch teams coming in, and a couple of Belgians. We'll probably heard of them. But, you know, Liechtenstein, they don't have a league. Liechtenstein don't even have a league. They've got a cup, and that's it. So the winner of the cup comes into it. Can you name a Liechtenstein club? No, I bet you can't. The final itself is in May. It's in... I should have wrote this down, shouldn't I? I think it's Albania. It's Albania or... Yeah, it's Andorra or Albania. I think I'm going to go with Albania. Google it. It's a 22,000 seater stadium that only opened a couple of years ago. So it's a new... it's a completely new stadium where they're hosting the final. The reason I say that, get your flights booked, lads. We're off to Albania in May next year. But I do think there's a possibility of us qualifying for this competition, and I think it's important. I do think playing in Europa League has some pull when you're trying to attract players to the club. Definitely the Champions League. Europa League, I think, has some, because when you look at Wesley Fofana, for example, that we allegedly went after in the summer, as did Leicester, and he picked Leicester. One of the reasons he wasn't keen on coming to West Ham, the same with Cal Takar, how you say his name, from Marseille. The reason they were not too keen on joining West Ham in the summer is because we had no European football. Now, will the Europa League Conference have the same allure as what the Europa League does? I don't think so. I think this will very much be seen as, I guess, the Mickey Mouse tournament. We all joke, don't we, that the League Cup's the Mickey Mouse Cup. I think this tournament, there'll be a bit of football snobbery about it, because there's 19 Premier League teams not in it. They're going to look at it and think, don't want to be in that kind of thing. But as a West Ham fan, I would love to be in it. And I think we'd have a realistic chance of winning the bloody thing as well. You'd have to be. It doesn't matter who else is in that tournament. I would fancy us being better than them, because, you know, the teams going in, there's no pedigree. It's all the Champions League teams are playing in the Champions League. You know, 4th, 5th of the Bundesliga are playing in the Europa League. We would be playing teams that have won the League Cup, or they finished 5th in the league and stuff. And I would love to see us play those, because, yes, okay, we had an away game. I would prefer to see us play Dortmund or Lazio or something like that. But the next best thing is teams that you may not know of. You get to go to cities you've never heard of. And it's about creating memories as a football fan. And, you know, some of us still look back fondly about the Intertoto Cup. And why not? So the Europa League Conference, I would love to be in it. But that's from a fan's perspective. From a business standpoint for the club, I think it would be difficult, because you'd need a bigger squad, and it would be tricky to navigate it. You know, the games are held on a Thursday as well, I should mention. So you will be playing Thursday, Sunday. It's not going to be easy. We're quite lightweight. But I think this gives an opportunity to the youngsters. I think the fact that it would be the Europa League Conference over the Europa League, the big difference for me would be the level of the opposition. And actually, you'd be able to start Ben Johnson every single game. You'd be able to give the likes of Connor Coventry or Baptiste or even Nathan Trott Mipo Adbeko, you'd almost be able to start them pretty much every game of this competition and expect them to hold their own while surrounded with more senior players. I think it would be an excellent way of getting the youngsters game time and almost giving them trials, if you like, for the Premier League team. But again, like I said, from a financial point of view, I think it probably wouldn't earn West Ham any money. It would probably cost us money to be in the competition. We know what the chairman's attitude is to playing Everton away in the cup. He complained that he had to spend £50,000 for the transport and accommodation for that game. So I'm pretty sure he's not going to be very keen on flying the team out to Malta or something for a Thursday night game. But as a fan point of view, I would love to be in this competition. I think it's realistic. So, end of April, I'll be cheering on Man City. In the FA Cup, I'll be cheering on any team that can qualify for European football through the league, because I want as much spaces in that league as possible for West Ham to qualify in. And if it's a Europa League conference, sign me up. I'm getting my passport out and I'm away to Albania next May. Anyway, my interview. I did an interview with Lee Clayton yesterday, went on the channel earlier. So you want to check that out, it'll be on your screen in just a minute. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new around here, and like I said, don't forget to check out Final Runner. Massive thank you to them for sponsoring this video, and they're sponsoring a video next week as well. £5 entry. If you enter, good luck. I'm kind of lying because I want to win it, but if I get put out, good luck to you lot. I hope it's a Hamish Chat viewer rather than a West Ham Fan TV viewer. Actually, it's like a little face off. Me being Nicky as well. It'll be interesting to see who goes further. I might ask Nicky who he's picked later on, see who goes further out of the two of us. Anyway, £5. Let me know if you enter it, and good luck, and hope someone wins the money. Spend it well and gamble wisely. Important. Take care. I'll catch you in a bit.